Alright, that was frustrating, but I am back. Let me see. Okay. So I'm sure I lost a bunch of people there. That's frustrating, but it just was cutting out. I wasn't on Wi-Fi. The hotel had bumped me off, so I was trying to stream on just my LTE, and that wasn't working too well. Cost me a couple minutes that I really didn't want to give up either, but I wanna be able to try to capture it and stream it right. I'm doing the best I can with the tools I have, I guess is all I'm saying. Looks like I've got 0 people in chat now. Yep.
Does it send a second notification?
Yeah. Aliens Are Noob says, I was so glad I caught a stream only to realize it ended about 4 seconds later. Well, if you're seeing this, it means you're back in the stream. I just had to reboot it. The Ghost Dog says, have you seen the Runaways trailer? I did. I actually thought it looked pretty good and pretty accurate to the comics. Boy, that would be nice if Marvel had another good TV creation in Runaways. I think Runaways is really strong story. I think it's one of the best comics Marvel's come up with in the last decade or so. Best new characters anyway is what I'm talking about. So I really like that. So I've got Gershgorge, I've got the Ghost Dog, that one, Awkward Kid, and Aliens Are Noobs. I was so happy that it looked good. I've been waiting for that trailer for over a year. Yeah, I mean, I'm hopeful. I don't know. You know, I do have questions. I'm like, can they, on a TV budget, represent something like Old Lace? I strongly doubt that they'll have, was it called the Leapfrog was their vehicle? I just don't know. I mean, if they do, I'm sure it'll be somewhat limited. However, the cast looked strong. The story looked very loyal to what was created in the comics, so I'm hopeful. Maybe I'm blinded by that hope, but I'd like it to be good, basically. I'd like it to be good. So, if you're just joining, today's prompt on Inktober was Screech. And I grew up watching Saved by the Bell, a terrible sitcom starring, I was about to say a creature instead of a character, starring a creature named Screech.
Screecher.
Screecher. Hi, I'm Screecher. Now, what do you want me to do there, Zach? The Screecher. He basically was a creature. They did not treat him like a human being. His friends were so mean to him. Sad about my dude Alex. I know what's going to happen to him. I doubt Old Lace is going to be in it that much, says the Ghost Dog. Yeah, I don't know how they'd really have the budget to represent a dinosaur on a regular basis. I'm sure that they could, like, have fleeting glimpses of him. Or her, excuse me. But I really don't know how they'd be able to. And it's not even like, you know, HBO or network TV. I mean, does Freeform have much of a budget to give to these shows? I don't know. Maybe. That one Awkward Kid says Preacher. Oh. Is it because it rhymes with Screech? I don't know. Just having fun with Screech's hair. Just drew his face kind of quick because I don't have a whole lot of time to give to it. So I'm trying to just have a little bit of fun with how I represent his huge mop of hair. And he'd always have a really loud shirt with, you know, not even Hawaii style, like it would just be all sort of shapes and colors, and it was so loud. That was the worst of 90s fashion. That was, oh well. Hopefully you get what I'm going for. As long as one character's powers look good, then I think it'll be fine. I mean, I think that, like, you can represent stuff like, obviously, Chase and Carolina and Molly. I think that, like, all of that stuff's easy to represent on a TV budget. Probably most of the stuff that Niku Minoru could do is doable on TV, because, you know, you just come up with whatever spell you know you can do an effect for. It's different every time for her, so I think it's really just old lace and a little bit of what you could do with Chase's technology. That's the big question. Carolina is a flying rainbow alien, though. Yeah, I think that that's totally doable on a TV budget. I mean, that's just the same effect over and over. That is no harder than what they do with Flash, and it's amazing what they do with Flash on a TV budget on a weekly show. That they do like 22 episodes a year showing Flash doing some of the stuff that he does. That show blows me away with what they accomplish for television, just on a technical basis alone. So probably like 10 more minutes or so. I'm gonna have to find a natural wrapping up point, because I gotta check out of this hotel. They're not gonna let me stay here forever.
I think less than 10.
Maybe less than 10 minutes, says Chrissy. We'll just have fun chatting with each other until then. So if you've got any questions, hit me now, because I won't be here too long today. Mark Berner says, have a safe trip. Thank you. I'm sure I will. I have complete confidence in American aviation. I have to tell myself that before I fly. Nice cat shirt. Oh, good. You can see a little bit of this here. I'll pull it in. Yeah, it's a pretty weird shirt. It's just a bunch of cats in space. I think people that have been watching the stream know that I like cats. I'm looking forward to doing the stream tomorrow from my house, where I can light it better, get the camera in closer, show you a little inset of myself so that you can actually see me talking to you all. So it's nice that I've even had any people, like, you know, with my dinky little setup of just my iPhone perched on top, precariously perched on top of a lampshade. That's been my setup the whole time I've been here in New York. But hey, at least I'm committed to sticking with Inktober. I'm trying my best to not give up, right? So I hope if any of you are doing Inktober, you also don't give up. And if you have, come on back. It's not too late. Best setup, 11 out of 11, thank you. Morgan Moore says, I'd love to see a Usagi Yojimbo movie or full cartoon like TMNT on Nick. Yeah, that would be kind of nice. Yeah. How come that's never happened? I think that there's a lot of interesting stories to tell there, and you could go a lot of different ways with it. I think you could actually make a kid-friendly, almost educational show about feudal Japan because of the talking animal aspect. I mean, it could have action, obviously, and stuff like that to draw you in and keep the parents' interest, but I think you could probably learn quite a bit from a potential Usagi Yojimbo cartoon. I think that has a lot of potential. I'm surprised that no one's ever really attempted that. The only time we've ever seen him in cartoon form is like his tiny little guest appearances on various Ninja Turtles cartoons. All right, you know what? I wanted to do more, but it really is almost time for me to check out. I don't want to have to pay for another day at the hotel. It's not a wonderful drawing because I didn't have as much time, but I'll bring it in a little closer. That's Screech. Hopefully it sort of looks like him. I was really having fun with what I could do with the hair. If I had had more time, what my idea was to take technical pens and find the shadows in his face and represent them all in cross-hatching techniques. I thought that I could use some practice there. But I'll have to do that practice on a future drawing because I really just need to get out of here today. New York's been good. I'm still in New York for a little while, but I got to check out of my hotel. So I hope you understand. Let's see. Did you see Marjorie Lou? I didn't, Sigamigs. I'm sorry. That would have been a treat. Gershgorsh says, have a nice day. Thank you. Aliens are noobs. I'm sorry that I wasn't able to stream longer since this is the first time you were able to join us. Godzilla Mendoza just joins us and says, just here to ask if A Night with Screech was brought up. No. No, we did not talk about Screech's terrible, terrible porn, if that's what you're referring to. Oh my god, that's like just the worst thing that ever existed. Thank you for that, that one awkward kid. I appreciate that. And oh, Godzilla Mendoza, you have one of your fans here. He's excited, but guess what? I gotta end the live stream. I'm sorry, folks. I gotta take off. I'll see you tomorrow night. All right. Take care. Keep reading comics.